Hello everyone, I hope your day is going well. Today we will be reviewing the area method of solving expressions. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we can read area tiles. Now, if we recall correctly, the formula for area is length times width. So if we look at this first area tile, we can say that it has a length of 1 and a width of 1. So my area is 1 times 1, which is 1. Now let's move on to this next area tile. It has a length of 1, but its width is actually x. So I'm going to say that the area equals 1 times x, which is x. Now let's look at this last area tile. It has a length of x and a width of x, so the area is equal to x times x, which is x squared. So that area tile has an area of x squared. Now we're going to do an example problem together. We want to multiply x plus 2 by x plus 1 using the area method. So we're going to set up our problem. We have x, and I'm going to represent x by using the same area tile that we had before. And then I'm going to draw a 1 by 1 square and another 1 by 1 square, so that this entire piece is representative of x plus 2. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but for x plus 1. So this is x, and this is 1, so that this entire piece is representative of x plus 1. Now we just want to multiply everything out. So we have x times x, and that would be x squared. Next, we have x times 1, which is x. And then we have another x times 1, which is x. Now we're going to move on to this 1 part and multiply it with our x plus 1 plus 1. So we have 1 times x, which is x, and then we have 1 times 1, which is 1, and 1 times 1, which is 1. So where we want to go from here is we just want to combine everything, and what I mean by that is just combine our like terms. So we have an x squared, and it's the only x squared we have, so x squared, and then we're going to add that with 1, 2, 3 different x's. So I'm going to add 3x. And then next, we're just going to look at the constants or numbers we have. So we have 1 and 1, and we know that 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 2. Now we're going to do a u-try problem. So it's going to have the same steps as the last one. You're going to multiply the following using the area method. So we have x plus 3 times x plus 2. And I want you to try this, pause the video, do your best, and then come back to me. Okay, so I'm going to show you the steps on how to do this in case you got a little stuck. So first we're going to work with this x plus 3. So first I'm going to draw out my x area tile, and then I'm going to work with the plus 3. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Next, I want to represent this x plus 2. So I have x plus 1 plus 1, so that if I were to add these up, it would give me x plus 2. Now we just want to multiply everything together like in the last example. So the first thing we want to work with is x times x. And using our area method and our area tiles, we know that x times x is x squared. And now we're just going to work down. So next we have x times 1, which is x, and then x times 1, which is x, and my apologies, these are supposed to be 1s. Last we have x times 1, so we have x and x. Next, we want to work with 1 times all of these. So 1 times x is x, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. Now we want to work with this last column. So once again, we have 1 times x, which is another x, and then 1 times 1, which is 1, 1 times 1, which is 1, and last 1 times 1, which is another 1. So now we want to combine everything. So the first thing we see is x squared, and there are no other x squareds, so we're going to write it with x squared. Next, we want to combine like terms with the x's and then with the numbers. So we have 1x plus 1x plus 1x plus 1x plus 1x. So altogether, that makes 5x. Now the last thing we want to work with is the numbers. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus another 1. And we know that 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. So our answer is x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now, there's one last thing we want to do, and we just want to think about this and then we'll go over it next time. So I want to ask you a question, and that is, how can we use the area method and algebra tiles to multiply the following? So the expression that we're given is x minus 2 times x plus 3. So what I want you to think about is what is different about the expression, and how do you think this might change our method of solving and simplifying these algebraic expressions? Thank you.